Welcome to another quick market update video. So the Bitcoin has been hovering in this channel for quite a while. As we discussed yesterday, once BTC has broken this channel with quite a good volume, which we can see that our volume is still very low right now. And if BTC still breaks this channel with quite a good volume, then we can expect Bitcoin to go to first station at 31,600, and then if it breaks the resistance, which is conditioned to Bitcoin having a good volume. However, there are high chances that it can turn from any one of these resistances to this channel back again. So it might be reasonable to extend this channel because it can bounce back to this channel with a high probability, since we have to be keeping in mind that we are still in quantitative tightening phase right now, and the stocks are having a relief bounce just because the PCE numbers came below the expected inflation. Right now, our other scenario still stays the same, that we have to reach the high liquidity area where there is quite a good demand for Bitcoin, that is the range of 23,000 to 21,000. But still, today the market pumped with very low volume. Usually this happens when the bears have to trap the bulls. We can see this happened multiple times. Over here it happened, which showed the market showed quite good volume and the pump while we were rejected back and then fell down. Similarly, this has happened multiple times on different occasions, all the way to this downward trend. One important thing I have noticed, that the dollar currency index has been weakening, but it does not mean that it will return just to the 95 to 94 range immediately when it was there during the November time. The dollar is currently taking a breather and taking a correction. Usually the currency corrections are quite time taking. Therefore, there is no important downtrend here observed. As we can see, all the way to up, it has taken corrections and bounced back from this trend line back again. So there is a high probability that dollar will bounce from this trend line, and we can observe this certain motion here. This is what I expect for the dollar currency index, since we are still in quantitative tightening process, and the main reason for this process by the federal government of United States is that they want to strengthen the purchasing power of the dollar in order to control the inflation. So that is why the dollar currency index has to increase consequently. Right now it's taking a small correction. When the dollar currency will bounce, which is the most probable thing, then the stocks and other market can continue their way down, as currently dollar is taking its correction while the market is moving upwards. I don't have any confirmation from the market yet, as we are still in the bear trend on the weekly time frame. If we see the Bitcoin weekly time frame right here, we are still below the 100 moving average and above 200 moving average. Usually the 200 moving average is considered the bottom of the bear market, but that's not important here. What's important is that we haven't observed any strong bounce here. Yesterday I told you guys that I'm expecting the third candle to be red as well, and also explain the reason for that we have to fill the empty voids in this wick area all the way down to the demand zone. The demand zone is already described in this chart, which is 23,000 to 21,000. If I were to give a probability for either of one of these two to happen, then my probability for the best guess for the first scenario to happen, that we break out this area and move towards uptrend and bounce from one of these resistances and enter back in this trend back again. So I'll give it approximately 20 to 25% chance of breaking up. However, my other concern is that the most likely scenario that is going to happen is that we break down, and I gave it the remaining probability of 75 to 80% chance of occurring. Talking about Bitcoin dominance, yesterday we discussed that Bitcoin dominance is forming here a bull flag. Today we broke the bull flag to the upside, however we are retesting the trend line here. What I expect from Bitcoin after retesting this candle to have an increase in dominance in the market capital and then increase in price. This will definitely cause the bleeding of the alts further.